everyone, so my name is Hetty and today I'm going to be telling you about my first year uni experience, kind of with tips and tricks on how, if you are a fresher, you can survive your first year. Because I remember this time last year I was watching a ton of uni videos. I'd like to state first of all that everyone's uni experience is different, so just keep that in mind. Comparing your university experience to someone else's is completely going to send you into a slippery slope, because you know, they might go to a different uni to you, they might have a different friend group, different course. There's just so many factors to consider. So if you start uni and you find yourself not happy, don't worry about it. I can promise you that not everyone is as happy as they portray themselves to be on social media. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I am in year 2 now, I'm about to start year 2 at University of Nottingham, studying history and German. I've met people that have gone to uni and are at uni at the minute, and everyone seems to have a strong opinion of it. I got the impression from a lot of people, they either love it, like they are absolutely in love with uni, they love their friends, they love their lifestyle, they just thrive. And then people that absolutely hate it, they feel isolated, they don't feel like they have enough friends, they find it hard, they just find it difficult to cope being away from their hometown and all that stuff. But me, I like kind of in the middle. I know there are some really difficult parts of uni, but there's also some really good parts of uni which I'd never done before. Like, you know, going out, having your own personal freedom, all that kind of thing. So I wouldn't say uni's bad, or I wouldn't say it's good. It's just uni. It's the next stage in your life. So before you go to uni, stage number 1, you're probably sitting, you've just passed results day. If so, congratulations. And you are really anxiously waiting to go to uni, really excited to make friends. Join a group chat. You can join any of the course group chats for the courses that you're on if you're doing joint honours or single honours. I joined a languages group chat, a history group chat, and my halls group chat, and I found the halls group chat I really enjoyed. I made a group of friends through that, and I'm still friends with them today. I'm moving in with some of them in 2 weeks into our second year house, and this just kind of gives you feet to stand on, basically, or is it grounds? I don't know what the phrase is, but it gives you stable footing when you first come to uni, because you know who, if your flatmates aren't as you'd hoped, you've got a group of people to go out with, to enjoy freshers with, to just make you feel a little bit more secure and a little bit less alone when you come to uni, so it's not like everything's entirely new. And fun fact, one of the people that I was talking to before uni actually ended up being my boyfriend, and we're still together. How sweet. For me, the first night of uni, you think you're gonna get there, everyone's gonna be running wild, and then you go out. I got there the day before that, and no one was in my hall, so I slept in my flat alone. It was kind of spooky actually, because I kept hearing noises, and like just being in an environment where you're by yourself, in a completely new town, and I was nervous, and I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep sober and it's my first night of uni. The rest of uni wasn't like that, fair to say, but if the first few days aren't as you'd hoped, then don't worry about it, it will get better. And uni is really what you make of it. And if you don't click with your flatmates, which is more common than you'd actually think, I didn't click with about half of mine, and one of them didn't actually go to the uni that it was primarily for, so we didn't, she didn't want to be friends with us, so we didn't really talk to her. But it's only a year after all, and if you can just manage to be civil with whoever you're living with, then go for it, just grit your teeth, and in a year you can live with whoever you want. So, I would recommend going self-catered for uni, because it's the best time in first year to learn to cook, to have the independence, to learn all these new things without having so much work on top of you. You know, you don't have as much stress as you will have in second year or third year. So it's best just to get it out the way whilst you are still finding your feet, and it'll come more naturally to you over time. And I really enjoyed learning to cook. I cooked with my friends and my boyfriend, and it's just really satisfying as well when you cook something and it tastes really freaking good, like lasagna. My recipe is top notch. But also it means you have freedom. You don't have to eat at 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock. You can eat at 11 o'clock if you want. I actually ended up doing that a lot. So yeah, go self-catered. But if your university is different, like my uni is actually primarily a catered university for first year students. All the halls on campus are catered and the ones off campus are self-catered. Now I wanted to go self-catered so badly that I chose one off campus, but it wasn't a very sociable halls, which is one regret of choosing this particular halls. But I felt like I was missing out a bit, so just make sure that you consider the halls, look at the reviews online before you decide. So nights out is probably one of the things I was most excited for, having lived in a very isolated village. It wasn't easy to get into town or the city that was near us. So I didn't really go out before uni, and when I got there it was the best thing ever. But one thing I would say is know your alcohol tolerance before you go out. For me, I can't really drink spirits. I'll get the worst hangover. I'll probably start forgetting what I'm doing. It's just dangerous. And obviously you're gonna have messy nights out at uni. Don't just say you're not gonna drink because you don't want to get too drunk. Like, it happens. I've had many nights where I've drank a bit too much, but now I know, like, that was a learning experience for me, and now I drink things like wine and cider and it's just to be safe, really, that you don't end up in the wrong hands or you get lost, and you've still got that bit of control. And alcohol is very expensive, so I'd recommend trying not to drink that much in the club if you do go out. We had a Lidl near us and I bought 2-litre bottles of cider. I bought one and I would drink that at prees, and then I'd drink water in the club, and it was the best money saving thing ever, like £2 for my drinks for the whole night. Obviously it makes you a bit bloated, so if you're not a fan of that then don't, or just drink vodka, or just try and get most of your drinking done whilst you are in your flat or your house or whatever. It's just the best. And everybody is worried that Freshers Week is going to cost a lot of money, but to be honest, you can do it smartly. I would recommend not taking your card out when you are like starting uni. Towards the end I started to take my card out of sheer laziness, but withdraw money, take £20 with you on a night out, and once that's gone, it's gone. You can't spend any money when you're drunk and you don't know what you're doing. Actually, because of this, in Freshers Week, I only spent about £60, whereas I know some people that spent 600 plus. Like, what would you spend that money on? Like, I don't know. You don't help yourself by buying everybody a drink or going out for meals all the time, you know? It's just, be sensible with your money and try to save on little things, and it does add up, trust me. So in terms of love, obviously you can find a significant other at university, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever. But I wouldn't go into uni with the mindset that you're going to find love straight away. It doesn't happen like that. Most of my friends at uni are single and they are happy, and that's fine. Like, you should go to uni and focus on yourself and your personal development. This is a time where you're going to learn the most and develop and become truly independent. So don't try and find a boyfriend. And I know I sound like a hypocrite because I have a boyfriend now, but I feel like that relationship didn't happen because I wanted a boyfriend. It happened because it developed naturally into a relationship, and that's how it should be. You shouldn't go looking for a relationship. A relationship should find you, and that's what it did. So enough with the soppy stuff. Next point. Girls. This one is for girls in particular, because unfortunately there is a culture on nights out where certain guys that are drunk feel like they have the right to touch you, to try and like come on to you, even if that wasn't invited or you didn't want it. It's happened to me plenty of times. Plenty of guys have made a grab at me, or they've tried to get me to get with them and I didn't want to, and it sucks. It really does. And it doesn't happen as much to guys. I'm not saying it doesn't happen to guys at all, but girls are especially vulnerable because there's just a lot of predators out there on nights out that take advantage of drunk girls. So I'd recommend don't go off on your own in a club, please. I've done it before. It's a bad idea. You get lost. Number 2 is try not to get way too drunk, especially in Freshers Week. Easier said than done, but you will thank me for it. As long as you have some idea of what you're doing, where you're going, who you're with, please make sure you know who you're going back with as well. Getting lost and being stuck on your own on a night out is really bad. Keeping your wits about you and having fun, because that's what it's all about, right? And if a guy does end up coming on to you, establish your dominance. Make him know that you are in control of the situation, you don't owe him or her anything, and you don't want anything, and then they will eventually leave you alone. Money, I've kind of touched on this already, but I'd recommend sharing taxi costs. Don't always pay for the taxi by yourself. Not blowing your loan all in one go, because there'll be a time where you have no money and you really need it, so. Okay, so the next important thing is friends. Now, not everyone is as they appear at first. People are often a lot more friendly at the beginning, and then they might start to reveal their true colours. I certainly did. Like, you know, there have been times when I've said things that I've regretted to people because my expectations were here and the situation was over here. And don't be upset if you don't find your best friends straight away. I didn't find my close friends, my girlfriends, until Easter time. So for September through to the middle of second or the end of second semester, I don't know, I was just like with friends, but I didn't have any close girlfriends to talk to, and I'm so glad that I have them now. But if you don't get them straight away, it's fine. Not everyone is as chummy with each other as they make out to be, and you will find your people eventually. So a part-time job, would I recommend one? I personally would. I work in a 4-star hotel as a bartender. I got this job in second semester because I really needed the money. My savings were just plummeting. You know, I had no new money coming into my account with regards to being able to go out and drink and stuff and spend money on myself, so I got a job. And I've got more friends now, which is really good. I have something to do, like to get me out of the flat when I'm feeling bored. Sometimes I completely hated the job, but the social skills it has given me has really helped me in other situations, and even though it's hard, it does pay off in the end, and it will help you if you want to make some savings for yourself for the future, maybe to get a car or something. My course I found to be very laid back. It's very independent at uni, and I found, and a lot of my fellow language students will agree with me here, that in your first year of uni, the language teaching isn't as intense as it is at sixth form, and your language skills actually start to drop, because unless you practice in your own time, you're not gonna develop your skills in the same way that you were forced to at school. So just keep that in mind. You're not gonna end first year being fluent at the language that you've chosen to study. You will have to put in more work yourself to really see those results. And try not to worry too much about your course reading or whatever. Obviously do it, but don't stress too much, because it really doesn't matter. A lot of seminar tutors don't really care that much if you don't do it. Most people don't. Most people don't even show up. So if you're showing up, that is the first good thing. That's the first thing that you should be congratulating yourself for. And it's first year, so it doesn't count. I did scrape a first for the overall grading for the year, but it doesn't matter. You can pass, and it's no difference. It's literally personal gratification. So uni clubs, I joined a few because I was told to be really sociable, make new friends, and I saw them as a good way to make friends. But I joined the Creative Writing Society and the Buddhist Society. I was in these societies for a little bit, but then I ended up dropping out because it felt like the groups of people in these societies, I didn't really fit into them, because they'd already established like their little friendship groups, and I just felt like a bit of an outsider. But I don't regret going to them, because, you know, now I can say that I've been to the clubs and I wasn't a fan. I'm not really a sporty person. I like to work out and stuff, but I'm not into all the, I'm not into like playing competitive tennis, for example, or netball or rugby. It's just not me. But if that's you, then I would highly recommend you join your uni sports teams because they are super good. Like, even if you go to a rubbish uni, the sports teams will be good. It's university, everyone loves sports there, so yeah, that is all I have to say about uni. Bottom line is to go, don't have expectations, don't take anything too seriously, just have fun and enjoy your first shot at independence and freedom, and from this point on it's only going to get better. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you have just gotten into university, then congratulations, and I wish you a very good luck. Did that make sense? I'll see you guys next time.